sungai adalah tempat menyenangkan bagi saya.
When I was 10 years old, my father would throw me in the river and I would swim with him, and it was a very happy time in my life. I could see the stones in the sand, and there were plenty of fish and birds and wild animals. But by the time I was 20, I realized the river was filthy. There was so much rubbish and chemical waste in the river that it smelled terrible. There was cadmium, iron, mercury. I couldn't even think about swimming in it like I did as a child. I discovered that there were more than 100 industries dumping waste in the river without treatment.
Prigi Arisandi and his organization Iacona have implemented a two-part plan to address the urban water pollution problem that is the critical issue throughout Southeast Asia. Prigi's first priority is to reach out to the children who live along the banks of the Surabaya River, which has now reached a crisis level.
When we look at the issue of toxins in our water, we see that the government has passed environmental restrictions, and they're also providing an adequate amount of funding. But that's all meaningless as long as the priority of the government is accelerating economic growth by supporting the businesses that are polluting the river. They are not balancing the need for economic growth with protecting the water.
Karena sebenarnya juga anak-anak ini adalah korban dari pencemaran.
These children are the real victims of the pollution. Of the people who have cancer in the hospital, 60% are living on the riverbanks, and 90% of those cancer victims are children. So they need to know how to change this terrible situation, so they can help with the solution. That's why I spend so much time teaching them about the issues.
When Prigi isn't teaching, he's likely to be found speaking out against negligent government sanitation policies.
Selama ini kami sangat tergantung dengan.
In our city, Surabaya, we have long been very dependent on the water of the river because it provides more than 96% of our drinking water. Every day, more than 60 tons of human waste are dumped into the waters that are then used for drinking, bathing, and cooking. So our policy is to demand that the government build communal waste management systems to clean up the river from sewage and to stop factories from dumping industrial waste in our river.
Ecotone facilitates a mediation where we sit together with government officials to discuss some of the environmental issues with the local people, business representatives, and the government. Thanks to Prigi and Ecotone, there no longer is a clash between business and community.
I believe that the future will only be better if we do something about it. If we plan better and take action and have a purpose and a goal. We have to challenge the government to do their part. And we have to teach the next generation how to live in harmony with nature. One day, I hope that the river will be clean enough for my daughters to swim in.